One of the things that I really liked on your LinkedIn, the networking of choice, of course, for online.
Of course.
But one of the things I looked at your profile was I'm very much about succession planning, bringing your family into the business. And we talked about, and there's also posts that you made about education. And I think we both echo the point of the standard education that we have in place lets our children down. It doesn't talk about finances. And for me in particular, I think that AI technology is moving so quickly that education standard system cannot keep up with the advances that technology is making and the way that society and sociological changes are going to impact us. Education is dead and done and dusted for me. And it was really interesting how you brought your son into a point. So without going into the details about who your son is, I don't think that's appropriate. But I think what would be quite good is why you did that. Why did you get your son to go around? And actually, your son looks very happy, I have to say, by doing the things that he does.
Yes, he definitely does. So let's get point by point. So first of all, let's start with education. So I'm Bulgarian, and my education, most of it, I spent it in Bulgaria, and I graduated management from uni, and I had a successful career in management in Bulgaria. Then I was a sommelier, I was a curator of the wine museum in Bulgaria, so I was a professional wine taster. Then I moved to the UK about 15 years ago, and I've noticed that when I brought my eldest son here, he was about 7, 8 years old. I've noticed something when I started talking to him about money, because that time came, and he never learned anything about money in school. And then I thought, wait a minute, I finished management, but nobody told me anything about money, about the important things, the things that are important in life. So, for example, nobody told me about mortgages. Nobody told me about investments. I was just studying for a 9 to 5, and thinking about this, it came to me that we just don't get proper education in school. Not here, not on the other side of the continent. We just don't have proper financial education. Our kids right now are not prepared for the real life. They're not prepared how to handle money, just the simple basics, not to mention investing. So when I started in property, and I had other businesses before that, and I decided that I am going to be the one that's going to educate my kids, not just how to be good people, because that's what obviously as parents is what we want, but actually how to handle money and what to do with money, how to think about money, what money actually is. These are things that were not taught in school, and I'm a really big advocate about financial education and entrepreneurial education in school. So on the next point about my youngest, so he's a very extroverted kid, and when I started in property, he was about 2, 3 years old, and I decided that I'm gonna take him with me to a viewing. Pretty much didn't have the choice because our babysitter canceled on me, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna take him with me. And he started talking to the estate agent as a 3-year-old, and he started actually liking it. So since then, that was 3.5 years ago, I've been taking him with me on viewings, on negotiations. We are sitting together. You can see on my social media how he's sitting on my computer. He's analyzing deals. He's looking for properties. He's actually into the whole property game now. And he's really interested in going out there, viewing houses. When I take him on viewings, he actually spots and notices things that I can miss. And this is something that is really It feels good. It feels good that my kids are starting from a young age.